Welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. We continue to get you ready for the upcoming 2024 NFL Draft. A lot of local prospects from this DMV region are going to have their name called. One guy right here, Beau Brade, joining us on the program. He's the pride of River Hill High School and also University of Maryland safety. Beau, appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
We're getting close, man. How we
Yeah.
feeling?
Great. At first I was a little anxious, but now I'm just, ready to step on the field wherever I go. So I'm looking forward to it.
What have these last couple of months been like? The workouts, visiting with teams, talking to coaches, GMs.
Yeah. So it's been a lot. The first couple months after our season ended, I really had to focus on running, running, jumping, all the combine stuff, all the pro day stuff, not really as much of actual football activities. So now that, the combine and pro day over, I finally get to focus on, my craft and what I enjoy doing. So it's great to finally, be here. But the interviews and everything, that's been, fantastic. I love talking football. I can talk football all day, so that's, what I do. So, that, and then of course in a Senior Bowl, really playing against some of the best guys in the nation, that's, all I can ask for. So it's been a great experience, really.
During this process, you've been having to kind of be like your own salesperson. Like, why should teams draft Beau? What have you been telling them? What are some of the kind of the talking points you're hitting to kind of sell yourself?
That I'm a football player through and through. I was born to play football. I grew up playing football as long as I can remember. I tell them I'm a smart player. They know that from, my film, though, my communication on and off the field. And then to tell them that I'm an athlete and I'm a hard worker. At the end of the day, I feel like hard work beats everything. And then you can't really, people will show up on the field how hard you work on the off season and when no one's around. So I told them that, and it's their decision at the end of the day. So yeah.
So tell me about the safety position. How do you think your skills are going to translate to being a safety in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at first when I was in Maryland, I was a strictly hard hitter, but I've kind of, upgraded my game, I would say. What I'm trying to just do is instead of making big hits, I'll make, big plays. I try to create turnovers, whether it's getting an interception or, forcing a fumble, something that helps the team actually win. And I feel like at the next level, that's what really matters, get your hands on the ball as a DB and just making turnovers and, hopefully touching that end zone.
I mean, Maryland's had a pretty good track record of defensive backs leaving
Yeah.
Maryland and doing their thing in the NFL. What is it about these DBs in College Park, my man?
Something in the water, man. Something in the water. Recently it's been, I think, the older guys like the Nick Frosses, Jacorian Bennett, and Tate Banks. They really set that foundation for myself and then the rest of the DBs that I feel like will have a future in the NFL. And I feel like it really started with a family atmosphere, but then also a goal that we all were aligned with, a goal to just be great. And as we see, that's starting to happen. So. I feel like I'm definitely not going to be the last Terp that's a DB to go to the NFL, and I'm ready to. I'm excited. I'm excited.
How have those guys helped you in this process? Because they're in the NFL now, been there, done that. I'm sure you probably asked a lot of questions.
Right. Yeah. So the first time going around, I was asking about the Senior Bowl. I was asking like Jacorian Bennett about it because he was there, and of course also Chad Ryland, the Patriots kicker, because he was my roommate back in college. So I asked them about that experience, and they really helped me with the interview process, talking about what to expect out on the practice field and everything. And then I also reached out to Nick Frost and Tay Banks more when it came to the combine, because I mean they had fantastic combines, and it's just I wanted to know about their experience there and the interviews again, what might be different from this that I didn't see at the Senior Bowl. And so I mean, they helped a lot. I wanted to really know what to expect. I didn't really like ask too many, questions about what's this, what's that, what's that. It's just what to expect, and then I feel like I could build off of that, and they helped me tremendously.
You're a Maryland guy through and through. Howard County, River Hill, University
Yes,
of
sir.
Maryland. How much pride do you have being from this region, representing this region, and going on to the NFL?
A lot, a lot. I've been in Maryland for all 22 years, so I mean, I love Maryland. I tell recruits that are coming out to go to college, I'm like, no what better place to do it but home. I love representing where a state where I'm from. So I mean, this is exciting. Knowing that, from Howard County, also in River Hill, that, not many people that have that dream to go to this level, make it to this level. So it's exciting.
Your River Hill days, how did those coaches and moments kind of lay the foundation to where you are today, Bo?
Yep. So Brian Van Dusen and his staff there, great staff. One thing I would say that definitely translated was how much we watched film at River Hill. We watched film all the time, every day before practice, and so that translated to my next level in college, and I think that really benefited me and really gave me a head start over some other guys that I came in with.
So what's your plan for draft night? Night one, night two, night three? You gonna be in town? You gonna be in Howard County? What's the deal here?
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think I'm thinking be in the house in Howard County, back home with parents.
Cool. What's that moment gonna be like? Because you're gonna hear your name called, and you're gonna be with your family and friends. Kind of take me, envision that moment. What's it look like to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot. I think, of course I'll be happy, but at this point I'm just ready to get on the field wherever I go. So I mean, it's a great moment, but once I'm drafted, that's not the end goal. The end goal is, to have a great career and, get some Super Bowls.
Yeah, explain that a little bit. Just you know, this is only step one, right? Explain kind of like the hunger that's involved of, all right, I'm gonna hear my name called, but now it's time to go to work.
Right. I mean, like you said, my name's been called, but that's not all that's, set in stone. I need to make a name for myself. I need to still earn my position on the team. I needed to prove to myself and others that I deserve to be here. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I get to play against the best, and I love it. But most definitely, I mean, there's more goals, long career, Super Bowls, possible Pro Bowls. But I mean, that's to come.
Every player has to work on something. What have you
Yeah.
been trying to work on over these last couple of months getting ready for the draft?
Yeah, well, first thing I've been doing most recently is trying to, stay in shape and get better stamina. The past couple months I've been, focusing on that short distance speed for the combine. But other than that, I said my footwork and really trying to, take tips from other people in the league. What do they wish they knew when they were in my position or when they first got into the league? So that's been most of the stuff I've been doing.
The beauty about being a professional athlete and getting drafted in the NFL is you can inspire and be a role model for the next generation of young boys, young girls in Howard County, River Hill. What is that going to be like for you to kind of take on that role?
It's great. It's great. When I was younger, there was, some older guys who might got to the league or that I aspired to be like or in their position, and I didn't get to see them all the time. But now that I'm kind of in their shoes, I know that I can have that effect on some other people. So I'm definitely, ready to, go back to River Hill, talk to the kids, and just talk to really the younger generation, really about just hard work, whether it's on the field or off the field, as we talk about football a lot, but academics is definitely a bigger aspect that I want them to look at, there's not a lot of players that make it to the NFL, so you got to be ready for a backup plan.
Well, I'm worried here, Bo, because if this football thing doesn't work out, you might be taking my job here with your podcast. What's up with that?
Yeah, One Speed Podcast. I started that with some teammates last year. We got Dante Trader Jr. and Ruben Hippolyte on that too, also on the Maryland football team. And I mean, it just started out as something we wanted to do. It was like a little hobby on the side, which I recommend for any student athlete, to have something other than just their sport and academics. But yeah, so it's been great. We started that up. We had last summer we had a backpack drive where we raised over $10,000 for our kids in a JC Null elementary school in DC. And so I mean it's been great. We've been doing the podcast ever since. We have created other content with other sport teams on campus, like our soccer team, a women's basketball team, and gymnastics team. So just creating that family atmosphere with all of Maryland and Terp Nation, it's been ecstatic. It's been great.
Right, because I mean, this kind of started out a hobby. Yeah, I'll try it, but it's kind of grown into a passion. What is it about that's kind of got you hooked?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't always like a big speaker, So it was like at first it was a little awkward, just talking to a camera, just me and one guy talking to a camera. But I think as time went on, a lot of I'll say, definitely I'll speak for myself. A lot of football players, we keep a lot of stuff in sometimes. So just to let some of the stuff we think, get out, or some of our mental, not issues, but mental health, and how just our life might differ from other people. Just to talk about that, and just to inform people on that is just, it's at first it was like I was hesitant on it, but it's become fun. And yeah.
To that point, what are you holding in right now? What are your emotions as we get closer to the draft? Spill it out,
Uh,
Bo.
I'm just ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to just get drafted. I'm ready to take off, get on that football field, really. But yeah.
On to the next chapter. Beau Brade, graduate of River Hill High School, University of Maryland safety. Bo, appreciate your time, and we'll be watching come draft nights.
Thanks for having me.
All right, much more to come right here on Toyota Sports Talk. Stay with us.